Hey, happy Friday. How's it going, everyone? This is Joni with Weathered Wings, and I am here today to play with some Sheer Bliss colors. Okay, you know how I love the Sheer Bliss, which is the sheer metallic paint that's transparent. It's clear, basically, but it just has some pretty shimmer to it. Let's see if I can find myself real quick. And we're just going to play with those today, okay? So let me get a text out and send it over. Let me know what y'all are doing today. Let me see if I can put my glasses on. That'll help me. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to send it right here. And if you want to be notified when I go live, just you can text me. I'm going to put I'll put the number in. It's 205-255-9496 if you want to be notified. Okay. Now I just need to find myself again. There I am. Okay. So here's the colors. Let me see. I'm just going to show you just the plain Sheer Bliss. Okay, so I did that the other day with, let me show you how it turned out. I don't know. I probably wasn't able to show it while it was, when it dried, but if y'all remember, I did this little, I'm trying to hold it up. I did this little canvas. It was a decoupage piece, and then I did put the sheer, let me see if y'all can see that. I put the sheer on that. So see how it's just pretty and shimmery? I don't know if you can see it that well. Trying to get, there we go. I was trying to get it where the light would reflect on it. But this has glass glitter, and this is just the sheer. It's just a really subtle, pretty shimmer. And so I thought I would play around with some of these others. So that's the Sheer Bliss, just plain. And I've not used these yet, y'all, so I'm excited about it. This is the Sheer Scarlet. Hey, Betty. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Liz. How are y'all? All right, this is the Sheer Scarlet. Betty's used these. She loves them, so I just figured I need to get on this. There's a Sheer Scarlet. There's a Sheer Indigo, and there's a Sheer Gold. So I've got just a few different things out to see how they would do. Now you got to stir them up. And I should have already done that, but guess what? I didn't even have these here. I had sold them all, so I had to run to my booth to get some. I was panicking, trying to get back, so I did not have time to stir them up. But just like the Sheer Bliss, it has mica powders down at the bottom, and they will settle. So you have to get it really nice and stirred up. I don't like doing it over anything because I feel like I'm going to spill it. That is where the goodie is, down at the bottom. So don't just open it and go to painting with it, because you probably won't see the shine that you're looking for. It's really weird. I don't really see anything on this, so we're going to have to see. But let's see what I want to use this on. First of all, let's decoupage this real quick. Let it be drying, and then we will, I think I want to use either the red or the blue on here. Maybe the red. So let's get a little bit of liquid patina on this. This is just a little board. I painted it white. It was just wood, so I painted it white. Let me get a little chip brush here. And I'm using DIY's liquid patina. You can use Mod Podge, but this is what we use as our decoupage medium. Dries crystal clear. It's really nice. And there's other uses for this as well, so it can be a top coat. And so we're just gonna get this on here, let it be drying. I think too, I'll go ahead and put it on the edges. I don't think there's enough, especially on the top and the bottom. I don't think there's enough for each side. And I'll probably end up, as you can tell, this one, I did go around the sides, but I ended up painting it like a little bit of blue and blended in a little white. So I ended up liking that better. So this is an AB studio paper, and it's called Be Creative Every Day. I like that, and it has the pretty red cardinal on there. So now this is a pretty thick rice paper. These are really they're really nice. So I'm gonna actually put some on the back of this. I don't always, it just depends on the paper. But I've noticed this is not like a napkin where you're gonna well, I did that on a napkin on one of these videos and it just kind of messed up. It's just too thin to do a double layer like that. All right, so just a little bit. Hey Pam, hey Billy. Isn't it pretty? It is pretty. I love it. Paint Couture is really coming out with some pretty papers here lately. All right, so let me just see if I can get it on here straight. That's the biggest problem. Actually, you could lay it down like this and then place your piece on top of it. But I can't really see what I'm doing, so let's just go down. We've got a few minutes. There we go. It's pretty good. That's why I love this paper, because it is so thick. It's not like scrapbook paper. It's not that kind of thick. And I still don't have my iron. I had one. I did get one. But I feel like this is a little bit crooked. But you know what? I'm just going with it. I'm just going with it. But you know what? I found I don't really have to use anything to get the wrinkles out of this. It just goes down so nicely. All right. So what color y'all think I should try with this? The blue or the, or the red or the gold? Maybe the gold, maybe not, maybe just do something, do a color that's not in here. Okay. Actually gonna lay those down, but I'm gonna end up sanding that off. Let's just go ahead and get it nice and laid down. Hey Kay, how are you? Hey Nancy. Well, I was really just trying to do it fast to show y'all these sheer Bliss colors, but that is so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna let it be drying. I actually had another paper. I just couldn't decide what to do. There's so many options. That is really pretty. And I could add some script down there at the bottom too. All right, so I have this little, this is a little canvas as well, and it has I actually had some texture on here, and I just put a little mold and painted it all white. So, let's see. I don't know what color to use, and if I should paint it or not, because I know some are wanting to see what it looks like over white. So Joy says do the red on the red part. So mix it up. Okay. I can do that. Hey Carol. All right. Hey Faye. All right, so all right, so let's see. I have sheer gold. I have sheer scarlet. All right, let's try. I feel like it does better over something painted. But I want to see what it looks like when it's not. So we'll try. Let me get it stirred up though. This is the gold. I still think the gold may be good on that bird. On the decoupage, but we'll see. So who has used these? It sounds like, Debbie, yes, that is this is a Zuri mold. It's that butterfly. So sounds like Joy has used it. I know Betty has. I think Debbie has, but I have not. But I know with the regular sheer Bliss, you can't, well, I'm not gonna say you can't, but I've just noticed you can't it doesn't take a whole lot, and it doesn't do well when I keep adding a layer of it. So I don't think you can mix them. Has anybody mixed them before? All right, so this is gold, and I'm gonna try this on, let's see, I wanna do it on this butterfly that I have painted gold. So this butterfly was, this was a mold as well, and I used the fast cast resin, and I put some gold mica powders in the mold before I poured the resin. And so anytime you use a mica powder like that, it doesn't come out shiny. Like it was a shiny mica powder, but it doesn't come out shiny. So I just kind of want to use the gold on that and just kind of see what it does. Let's see, I'll make sure I have it stirred up. I don't feel anything, but you can't see. See right there, you can't see that there's any color unless it hits the light just right. So I can see like it's shiny, like sparkly, like the sheer Bliss, but that's what it looks like. It just looks just like the sheer Bliss. So I'm just gonna, I'm sure it has to dry a little bit. Just going to take this from a flat gold to, I'm hoping, kind of a, I think aren't they a little iridescent looking too? It's funny because this friend of my mother-in-law's used to, he used to make lamps, stained glass lamps, and he used to say iridescent. So we'd say, and my mother-in-law would always have him make us one, and so I'd be like, I want the iridescent one. All right, let's see. Now you can also, add a little bit of glass glitter. I have another piece I want to try that on. Just sprinkle it on there. All right, so it goes on a little white until it dries. Okay, so see how it's kind of white and then it'll dry. Make sure I have all the sides. But I have another paper that I think the gold would be really pretty on. So let's just lay that down here. I've not mixed color on color. Okay. All right, you let it dry and then you put another. Hey, Barb, this is called Sheer Bliss. Okay, so I use Sheer Bliss all the time. Just the regular metallic. It's a metallic paint that has mica powders in it, and it's like transparent, but you see, okay, the sparkle. Well, there's colors. There's now sheer indigo, sheer gold, sheer scarlet. All right, so I kind of want to put, all right, let's see what it looks like over white. I'm just going to do, I was trying to think if I had another, something decoupaged. Sheer scarlet. Oh, you know what? Let's look at this. I got something bigger over there. Let's take my, hold on, one second. All right, this is that Lazy Susan that I did a paint inlay on. So let's do that. Let's see what this looks like. I need to make room. Joy says to put it over red, so I'm going to try it on this red. How about that? And I'll put, I'll answer the questions again in case you forget what I say. So I'll put them in there again. All right, let me find, let's see, what kind of brush? I need a small brush. Here we go. Let's try this one. Maybe this will fit in there. I'm gonna knock off some of the glass or some of the glitter that's already on there. All right, so that's the gold. Okay, I'm getting these mixed up. All right, here's the scarlet. Charlotte. All right. I had in mind to resin this, but, and you can still resin it, but I'm just gonna, and I'm zoomed in a little bit, so I'll push it up a little bit so y'all can see better. So Betty says you can put 2 coats on there. Just let it dry good in between. I have heard that. I've got a couple little things I could try these on. Yeah, I almost feel like I would need to. Let's just lay that here. All right, I'm gonna, you know what? I can see it when I put it in the light, but I don't think y'all would be able to see it. Let's see if I can get it angled at all where you can see. I do see it. But I'm like Betty, I think I'm gonna let it dry and then do another coat. All right. And so that is over a white background, and it is over, got some over red. So, all right, let me just put this back down. Now here is something too. What if I try? Well, this is the little gingerbread. I did a paint inlay on this as well, and see, it has the sheer Bliss right there over the red, over that red door. See that? That's just the sheer. So let me go over this with the red. See how it does. I'm gonna have everything blissed. Oh good, Kay, you saw it. All right, let's see what this looks like. And I'm just gonna go over the red door. We'll just see what it does. So this is red over green. Who knows? I'm sitting here thinking, I hope I have not waxed this. Because if I did, I don't think I did, because I don't think I was through with it. this was a paint inlay. It's in the Christmas Valley one. And I think that's right. No, Noel. It's called Noel. I'm sorry. Christmas Valley is the transfer. And then I just kind of outlined it with some embossing medium, the little house. It didn't show up so well on the green, so I kind of went back and outlined some things and just played with it till I got it somewhat like I want it. All right, this is pretty cool. I can see it on the green. I can see it better on this green than I could see it on the white. So, because I was talking to Betty yesterday, and it does, I think it does do better on something painted. Wouldn't you say so, Betty? I don't want it puddled up right here. It's kind of hard to. All right. And I went right over the one I did in Sheer Bliss, which has been dry for a long time. All right. Any tips on the inlay? I had some issues. Well, what were your issues? Because I had an issue the other day, if you saw. Because I tried to rush something, and I did it on a piece that I got at the thrift store, and it wasn't, I didn't sand that thing off. I did paint over it, because DIY paint will go over anything. But when you, so I take the paint inlay and I spritz the paint side. That really helps mine come off a lot better. But okay, I'm gonna try to do this. Can y'all, oh, see right there? See in the light how you can just see red. It has a red shine to it. But yeah, I have some tips. I didn't follow my own tips though, but that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me get it all around the edges. Oh, see, it's dripping, so I don't want that. And then what's also good, you know, once you do this, you're done. I mean, it's a sealer. I don't want to overwork it right there. So see how the DIY paint dries a lot lighter until you put a top coat on there? And then it turns to the really pretty green. But your surface matters when you do a paint inlay. So what I really should have done, like the piece that I used had some kind of print on it, like a screen print. I could have sealed my paint when I painted with the DIY paint. I could have sealed that coat and then come back on top of that with a with my top layer, you know, paint it again with the DIY paint, and I think it would have done much better. Because when I spritz the inlay with water, which I do think it helps, but it's best to let it dry on its own. Don't heat it up like I was trying to do and rush it. Just let it, and it needs to be good and damp when you pull it up. Are y'all like me? Do you have projects like I did this so long ago, and it's just been laying there. I wanted to put a little something on it. I think I had those real tiny little birds I was gonna put on there. But yeah, so when you hold that at an angle, it is red. I mean, I see some red shimmer. I don't know if y'all can. But, okay. So, I really love that. That's cool. Alright, put it back down. Let's see. Here's something else. I went from these little things to I'm just grabbing big things. But I gotta make sure I don't, yeah, I didn't, this does have sealer on it though. But I went back and I was gonna glaze the sides of this. I may have to zoom back. I was gonna glaze the sides of this with a gray glaze. But let's just put something on top of it. So we have blue, again we have the gold, and we have, I'm waiting on this gold to dry, and I may have put too much on there. So let's try the red on this one. Indigo on dark colors, okay. Scarlet on reds and pinks, okay. Yes, Carol, mist the paint side with your water mister. That really does help. I've done a couple of videos on them too, like that rose chintz one I did. I did a few. All right, so what if let's do this. What if I just paint the flower? I think that was something Joy was saying. So I will, and this is crackled by the way too, so let's just see how it does. Kind of want to make sure that that it stays stirred up, but oh well, we'll just go with it. All right. So one thing that I did to this, so I'm hoping this may help, but I put a white glaze on top of all of this, I'm pretty sure. And it dulled the flowers just a little bit, not much. So maybe this will like spark them back up. And I'll just do one. I won't make you sit here and watch the whole thing. It really does bring that crackle out more. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll zoom in right on that part. Oh, I didn't do comments on here. Dang it. I'm missing my YouTube people. There's too many buttons to push to get everything going. Hey, Meg. Yeah. Hey, Joycey. Joyce. Okay, so y'all are on Facebook, right? Yeah, you would think that it wouldn't show up on the dark, but it does. It does better, actually. All right, so we can see, can y'all even tell? You can't really tell right now till it dries. All right, I'm anxious to see Don't see anything yet. Nothing yet. So let's get on to these other ones. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so white, then we're saying white basically wouldn't show up. Is that what we're saying? All right, let's, I'm gonna paint this little pine cone. Can you use glue on paint and then paint to make a cradle effect? Glue on paint. Oh, this is too dark. Okay, where's my, I'm gonna mix a little sandy blonde. I'm not sure what you're asking, Joycey. It was a little dark. I know it's got some dark in it, but it's not that dark. I'm using layered chocolate and sandy blonde, and this is a pine cone I made with fast cast resin. Joyce, are you trying to stump me? Oh, crackle. Okay. Glue on paint, and then paint to make a. So you mean with the with this Sheer Bliss paint with that? Yeah. Like if I painted something with the Sheer Bliss, one of the colors, I could go back and use my now when you say glue, I could go back and use my crackle medium that I have. It's, you know, that's how I do it. I don't use the glue and stuff. I use Paint Couture's crackle medium. I know there are other things out there, but I don't know why you couldn't. Oh, I love that. I loved how that kind of blended and looked, you know, it looks a little real there. Let's do that, this little one. We don't have a lot of browns in the DIY paint line. I'm usually having to kind of mix some colors up. But there are a lot of colors that will make brown. I always think it's Christmas, LSU, and Auburn. That's how I remember the colors. But they all will make a different shade of brown. See, I love that. When it's a little bit two-tone like that, it just kind of gives it more interest to me, a little more depth. All right, let's put this over here to create different. Me too, Carol. That's what we're gonna do. All right, let me put this, let's see. What is this? What did I use that for? Oh yeah. I've got everything open. Okay, so move this real quick. That's the gold. I'm going to dry these real quickly. Hit that a little bit over there and see if you can. I'm thinking gold on the brown would be really pretty. Setting up and getting hard before I can pour it out. Oh, Karen, I'm sorry. No, it has to be the exact amounts. So it doesn't, you're saying it doesn't get hard? You can't like pop it out? What kind are you using, first of all? Is it the amazing casting resin or is it the fast cast? resin because you do them differently. You have to follow the instructions because I know the fast cast resin, you have to put it in 2 different cups. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, Carol, I bet that was pretty. Let's see what we get here. What's that? Oh, my bird nest fell down. Yeah, I bet that was pretty. Hit the tips of them with gold is what, or is that what you use, Carol, or a lighter color? All right, I'm thinking I want to try gold on the brown. And I don't know, is this gold? That's a terrible, terrible brush, but it'll be fine. And I probably need to do another coat, but we're just going to go with it. I'll have to tap it in there anyway, I think. So I don't mind a bad brush then if I have to do that. But be sure it's dry. Like I said, this DIY paint will reactivate unless it's nice and dry. And you can tell a little bit of it's coming off. Before she said it gets hard. Oh, it gets hard before? Yeah, that happens to me some too. You don't mix up a lot for one thing. Just, you know, I usually don't mix up more than, oh gosh, 3. I do 2 to 4 ounces. Try not to do any more than that because you don't have time. I only stir it for like 50 seconds. I mean, immediately when it gets clear, pour it. Start pouring it. But it's very important that you get the same amount of each part. So don't do that part. All right, let's see. This is drying. I'm gonna hold this up. Let's see, where am I? Come down a little bit. All right, so this is, see how it just kind of made it just a little shiny actually. So we'll let it dry. We'll add some more. Let me hit this with the hair dryer. I don't want to use heat on it, but the hair dryer. I'm sorry, Karen, you lost me? So you're saying it gets hard before you get it poured out? Well, that's happened. Yeah, only use a little, you know, don't mix up too much, and make sure you get equal amounts. And stir it and pour it as soon as it starts getting clear, and then I want to know what brand you're using. Okay, I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna go ahead and put another coat on here. It looks dry, so let's just see what it does when you put a second coat. You have to go by the instructions of each. And by the way, I was in Hobby Lobby today looking for some amazing casting resin, and they didn't have any, and they kept saying, no, we don't carry that. I'm like, yes, you do. I've gotten it before. And then I pulled it up online and showed them. They're like, we don't have that here. Okay, whatever. So I guess different stores carry different things, but I know I've gotten it there before. They had the clear, they just didn't have the white. All right, so we'll let that do again. I'm gonna put the top on here. That's scarlet, this is the gold. I don't know what to do with this bird because we haven't used the blue. So I kind of want to paint this. Let's see, is this, kind of just want to paint it blue. Maybe I'll use the blue on this. This dry, let's use the blue on this. I just won't do that one because I can't tell yet what if I want to do a color. I think I do. All right, so let's kind of give this a little dry. Yeah, they have the clear one. But I know I've bought it at Hobby Lobby before. I've seen, it just may have been a different Hobby Lobby. There's two close to me and I go to each one. So, I was trying to center this bird and I should have centered the wreath instead, but it's okay. Because I think I'm going to put, I think I'm going to use a little transfer, maybe some script or something at the bottom or something. I don't know. Doesn't have to be anything, but I always like doing that. And I was going to use this little paper to make a little ornament. This is such a sweet paper, and I think the gold, I was thinking the gold would be pretty on that. Now it just looks like it needs to be on darker colors. Yeah, this paper is beautiful. I love the background. And this paper, yeah, so I made a couple of ornaments out of this paper. It has all these little cute little deer on there. It's so pretty. It's called, now this one is a Ciao paper, and it's called Beauty is Everywhere. It's just so sweet. It's so sweet. I love the colors. All right, so I think, is this dry enough? I'm gonna go ahead and see. I'll worry about these end pieces later. Let's just get the color on there. So now I'm going to try the sheer indigo. And look at the bottom. You can tell when I moved it around in the light. See? Yeah, that's really pretty. So I am thinking more than one coat. I'm going to ask too if they can put more powders in them. I'm going to request more sparkle. So I'm stirring it. You can tell when you put a stick in there that you can feel all those powders down at the bottom. See how it's just kind of on my stick like that? But yeah, Karen, do you know which one you used, what brand? I've only had it happen maybe once or twice where it just wouldn't cure. It stayed a little bit sticky. And I always think I just didn't get it mixed up or I didn't get the amounts in there. What is, push the wreath? I can't, Betty. It's on there. I mean, it's decoupage paper. How can I push it up? Is that what you're saying? It's on the board. Yeah, see, I was trying to center the bird and wasn't even thinking about the wreath, but I may put something else down here. Down here. We'll see. I like to keep adding stuff anyway. Yeah, I'm really liking that on the brown. And then here's this gold. It's still, it's just getting shiny. I'll hold it to the side. I do like it because it's nice and subtle, but I feel like the Sheer Bliss has more, the clear, just the regular Sheer Bliss has more going on. Like here's the regular Sheer Bliss. And it was pretty sparkly, see? I don't know. All right, so let's try the blue. I'm anxious to try this blue. All right, Fast Cast, that's the brand, not Amazing Casting. Okay, so the Fast Cast, I don't know what it is, but I always have, for that brand, I had to mix them and then pour it in another cup. Like, read the directions. It'll tell you, like it says to, I think that's why it gives you 3 cups or something. All right. Grab another brush. Betty. Oh. Okay. I thought you were telling me to change this. It's like, I can't. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Sheer indigo. Well, you know what? That brush isn't big enough. That one's not good. I don't think my paper's all the way dry, y'all, so it may bubble up a little bit. But it'll dry. Here's a little piece of gold leaf that keeps getting right there. Okay, I'm going to put it on the sides and we'll see what it looks like with just white, although I probably need to double coat that. All right, so far I see nothing. So maybe it does have to go on something dark. I'm gonna lay it over here to dry. I'll just have to go back and see later. It makes me want to paint this blue or some color. Wish I had a color out here. I could paint it. All right, let's dry these a little bit with the hair dryer. Oh, I don't carry it, but I do, I am supposed to get a link, but I have an Amazon link you can use. Of the exact one that I get, but it's the Amazing Casting resin, the Amazing the amazing casting resin, but make sure it says it's white and cures in 10 minutes. That's a little more user-friendly than the one you're talking about. Just because the way you have to mix it up. All right, so this is the pine cone that's supposed to have gold. I don't really see any. I mean, I do see a little bit of sparkle, and it's pretty. But the only color I have seen so far is the red that showed up. I mean, this is showing up, but it just, to me, makes it look shiny, not necessarily gold. And maybe that's because it's gold already, so that's why I wanted to do something else. So I'm going to paint this one just over the white, and let's see. I can always paint it again. And this is one of the reasons that I've really not used it yet, is because when I watched videos, I couldn't see it. But you can see it in the, so I'm thinking like Betty, you have to add a little bit more, because in the jar, you can really see it. And y'all see anything? I don't see anything. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to see it, and I don't. Whereas the sheer, okay, let me show you something. I'm gonna show y'all one thing, and then we'll be done. Where is that? Okay. All right, so here is a white piece. Okay, it was a white piece I did with the angel wings. The background has the sheer Bliss, so you can see how it's shimmery on the background. This is glass glitter. But all around here, it is sheer Bliss, so you can tell it's shimmery, right? Oh, wait a minute now. I'm starting to see a little bit. I'm starting to see a little bit on the wing where the flowers are. Let's see. But not much. I do see it though, so maybe it has to dry a little bit. Is that right, Betty? Does it need to dry a little bit? Debbie says she adds mica to hers. Hey, Tara. Well, I mean, I stirred it really well. I stirred it really well. I can't dig anything off the bottom because I stirred it, and you should not have to do that. I don't have to do that with sheer Bliss. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna request that it have more either that or it needs to dry. Did I do this? Did I do a second coat of this? Can't remember. I don't think so, because you have to pounce it, and I don't remember pouncing. Now, with that said, So one day, remember Debbie when when I added the making powders to the Sheer Bliss and got a pretty color? All right, now see, when I stir it up, I see the shimmer in here. Oh, I almost poured it out of my computer. So I see it. It's just not enough. It's not enough. Let me show you one thing, though, we can do. By golly, I want some sparkle. Now this isn't the color sparkle that I like, but look, I've got this paint additive that's a glitter. It's fine, 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 fine. And you can always just add a little bit of that. Just take very little in my hand. I just kind of got it in my fingers. And I'm just barely moving my, let me pick it up. But I don't want to get it on that over there. So I'm just barely moving. This is what I was anticipating. So my expectations were way up high. Now I know when my daughter gets it. She used to always be so excited for her birthday parties when she was little, and then afterwards she was all upset because something happened. You know, somebody ruined it. But look. All right. Actually, this is a pretty gold. It's just a bright gold. And so see, that has some sparkle. Just because it's glitter. So here's this one, and then here's this one. And of course that needs to dry a little bit because they've got the, and then that one is just not, I'm just not seeing it. That's right, that's where I got that from. Okay, try using my blow dryer. Thank you, Beverly. That was actually something I repainted. I painted that one time, and then, yeah, I've got too much on here. And then I just went back and repainted that all white, just because I got tired. I had I know what I did. I had painted it white and clear waxed it and dark waxed it. And it just gave it a totally different look. All white, which I think it looks a lot better. Okay, so that's enough. You don't need very much of this. That's really pretty. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do it on the butterfly. And I'll use my hairdryer. I'm not left-handed, y'all, so this is, I'm just gonna pounce it. This is the glitter I like to use if I do a big paint pour, because it does sparkle so much. It's just so fine. It'll be sparkly. All right, let's just put some of this stuff up, and I'll try to. So what do y'all think? For those of you who have used it, what do you suggest? I mean, if we're going to be adding mica powders to anything, I would just get the sheer Bliss and then add whatever I want in there to make it whatever color I wanted, right? Because honestly, when I heard we had these, I was like, why didn't I think of these? Why didn't I come up with this? Because that's what I was doing. And here's the blue. Now, I can see this. I can see it. It kind of reminds me of a metallic paint we already have. I can see this now, y'all. I just think it needs to dry. This is the blue, and it's on white, so. I'm trying to keep turning it where you can see blue. I don't see where you can. But just on the butterfly, you're not gonna be able to see it. The light has to hit it just right. Whoops, come back this way. Let's see, are we seeing any of it? Let's see if I can see it. All I know is my fingers have glue on them. But yeah, so you could, let's see what this looks like again. All right, so I can see this. So look on the side right here where it was just white. I can see blue. Well, y'all can't. It just doesn't show up on camera. But on the side, right along there, it kind of looks purplish, like a purpley blue. Okay, I don't know. But again, I mean, you know, I want to be able to see it without having to strain. Okay, so let me know what you think and what, if y'all have used it, what you would use it for. Now, let's look at one more thing. The tray, see if it dried. This is the red. And I can see it, but y'all just aren't going to be able to see it in this slide. But I can see it. And I may just do another coat, but I see a lot of it right in here where the light shines on it. But let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on camera. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I'll put another coat on both of these. Uh-oh. See, that glitter gets everywhere, y'all. And then I'll see. I may have to get that off. All right. But, you know, at least it's, you know, I think it would be really pretty. I am going to do another coat, and then I'm going to resin it and see. I'm going to see if you can see it through the resin any better. Like maybe I may do 3 coats of it. But the red I can see a lot of. Y'all may not can, but I can. But that's probably the best one. And then of course on the green, it kind of shows. It's, to me, almost like putting red, just like I just did, actually. Just sprinkled glitter in there. So, I don't know. Jury's out for me still. But I wanted to try it. But I am going to ask them about putting more stuff in there. It is very subtle, yeah. Okay, Betty, you could. All right, bye, Carol. All right.